Living in the Cape Town inner city remains a dream due to high property prices, which many locals simply cannot afford. Western Cape Premier Winde and Infrastructure MEC Tertuis today unveiling the first of 3 mixed-use developments for low and middle-income families. Vaylen Kirtley has the story.
In wet and cold weather, the Western Cape government took its first step towards providing accommodation in the centre of the Cape Town business district. This is a place where a one-bed apartment generally costs about 10,000 rand a month to rent, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a property under 1 million rand. This, according to UCT's Professor Francois Veruli, actually represents the bulk of the property market in the country.
And maybe it's worthwhile remembering that there are about 7 million title deeds on the deeds registry in South Africa in the residential market. Close to 70% of those are below 1.2 million rand. So the affordable housing market is not a mere segment of the market. It is actually the South African property market. And I think the more we start accepting that what we call the affordable housing market is actually most of the South African property market, the better chance we have in getting right. All too often, we look at the top 10, 20% of the market in the housing market in Cape Town or elsewhere, and we call that the property market, when actually it's a fairly, well, not a small component, but a component of the market.
The market that this development will assist when the first residents take occupancy in 2027.
Well, there are going to be 2 twin towers basically, and one of the towers will be for social housing, which is a rental option where the rental is actually going to be up to 50% less than the market-related rental. So 350 possible qualifying beneficiaries, if not more, will live in the one tower. So that's earmarked for the strata, which earns between 3,501 up to 22,000 rand a month, which is the current definition of affordability by the social housing sector. So that is our plan, and the other tower will yield 490 open market units as well.
Those who have the opportunity to get to rent will go through a vetting process and be managed by the company that wins the tender for the property. The sooner the work begins, the better for the Premier of the province, who says a lot of money is wasted trying to protect sites earmarked for housing.
In other parts of the country, this would have been a hijacked building. And we spend we have spent in the last term just on R1 billion securing our government sites for human settlements. And it's a lot of money that goes to waste, actually. But that links to a whole lot of other questions around criminality that we've got to get dealt with, and we want devolution of policing and a whole lot of other security issues. But today, for me, this is really an exciting moment. It's something we've been working on for a while, and as you heard the Minister say earlier, the work that we did at Conradi, which was how do we start to massify, how do we start to create mixed-use developments, and we learnt a lot of lessons, and now we can do it right in the middle of the city. And if this is not the centre of the centre of the centre, then there isn't anything else closer.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405 in Cape Town, I'm Vaylen Kirtley.